Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Alakazam Video Blog. Andy.
Hello Dave.
I'm joined by you this week.
Yep.
This is wicked. So it's been ages since we've done one together.
Yeah. I think it was, about 2 years ago.
Yeah, probably. A long time ago. I know you did one with Pete while I was away.
Yep.
He's done some awesome card stuff. Well, we have selected 3 incredible tricks to show you. Something new, something old, and something that we've got back in that you probably have completely forgotten about or maybe not even seen, which is incredible. So these are the 3 tricks. Where do you want to start?
I think we should start with Incredible, don't you?
Yeah? Okay, so Incredible is the brand new release from Mark Mason, or one of a few. We saw this at Blackpool, myself and Peter, last year.
Yeah.
And it absolutely freaked us out. We finally got them in and they're flying out the doors because it's a real visual close-up bit of magic, right?
Yeah, it just shows the kind of impact that it had, because this was the trick that you were talking about when you came back that you'd seen. There wasn't one of our tricks.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, absolutely. We always look, and it'll be the same when we go back next year. We always look for something that stands out, and he had Mark Mason had 4 great tricks in this stand, and this is one of them. So let's take a look at a performance of Incredible. All I need is a card, so let's take this one, in this case, the Queen of Diamonds. On the Queen of Diamonds, I'm just going to put a little signature on there so you can see. On the Queen. On the back of the Queen, I'm going to draw 4 little circles. Oh, select a little bit there, that's fine. Perfect. So you should be able to see that on the camera. Watch very carefully. Watch this one first. All I have to do is this. And we can drag it across. Watch this one. If I shake, it will jump all the way up. And last one up, this one over here. Watch. All I do is I tap, and that will jump from this corner to that corner, putting all 4 of the circles in the back corner of the Queen of Diamonds, which is signed, and then they can keep that. So that is the performance of Incredible.
Yeah, and the thing that's really good about Incredible is the fact that it's easy to use. It's explained really well on the instructions, as all JB products are.
Yeah.
They're really well made as well, so they're going to last you a long time. He gives you some different ideas that you can use with it. I mean, we've all played around with this, myself, Peter and Dave.
Yeah.
And really, between the 3 of us, we haven't found anything we didn't really like about it. So
100%, mate. I think the gimmick itself is one of those ones you're going to get out of the packet and just first off have some fun playing with. Yeah. Obviously watch the instructions before you play with it, but it is one of those ones that you will end up just going
yeah, exactly,
because it's as fun to use as it is to perform. But performance in its own bracket, it's a really strong piece of magic.
Oh yeah, and I think over the years, moving hole effects or dots that jump around have proven to be strong effects.
Yeah.
Out of all of them that have been out there. I mean, we're not talking about hundreds, but there's been a few.
Yeah.
And this certainly ticks all the boxes with regards to that, because it is visual, and you're not having to mess around with a gimmick that you're very tentative with. You can use it. It's definitely one that you can use.
100%. You can't get any better than visual close-up magic. Yeah. And one extra thing I'll say about this as well, the selection procedure is fantastic. It's such a good idea. It's so free and fair. They feel they can take any card, and then they sign it. It's just a perfect way into this routine. So I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is Incredible by Mark Mason, JB Magic. Right, so that was Incredible. Moving on to something that you picked out this morning, and I sort of went, but only because I hadn't seen it really, and then you performed it to me and I went, yes, that is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Coins has been around for, I wouldn't hazard a guess how many years now, so it is one of our older products.
Yeah.
But do you know what the thing is that I mean, I was just reading the back of the DVD case here, and one of the things it says on there is about a new type of coin magic, And the truth of the matter is there's not a lot of new coin magic around. There's variations on themes. There's variations on things like free fly, you know, and quantity for the table, and classics really that have got variations on them, but not really anything that's a different type of coin magic. And that's where I think Ice Coins is really the strength. One of the routines the routine that I did for you earlier on is one of the routines on there, which is essentially David Roth's wild coin done with the ice coins. So it gives it an extra dimension.
It really stood out to me because the thing with coin magic is, as impressive as it is and as much as I enjoy it, it's limited in the fact that you can make coins appear, vanish, change, travel, maybe transpose. You're kind of limited, and there's only so many ways of doing those things, right?
Yeah, and I think that is the thing. You know, like I said, you get free fly, and someone could come up with another version of free fly, possibly tomorrow, and it'll be really great, and it'll be different, and it might use a different technique. But where I think, you know, Chris Congreve has hit the nail on the head here is he's thought about something that is going to be different with what you're seeing. So it's not just about, oh, here's coins that travel from one place to another, or here's a coin that penetrates through the table. What he's done is he's taken the concept of a clear coin that you can then do other stuff with. It's immediately engaging. It's immediately sort of, wow, what are those? You know, when I performed wild coin for you earlier on, I said, oh, these are coins before they've been minted. And immediately you're thinking, well, is that a coin before it's been minted? What is that? It just looks like a clear disc, and then you go into making coins. And
well, I tell you what we do, because we're obviously really love this. We've seen the effect. You haven't seen it yet, so let's see a performance of the routine that you is it like the
wild coin,
the wild coin routine using the ice coin. So here's Andy performing that now.
Right guys, I'm going to show you something really weird that you can do with the contents of this cup. In here we have some coins. Now you can see that these are actually see-through. These are what coins look like before they've been minted. Totally see-through. All you have to do is just snap though, and if you snap them, we'll just wait. What you will actually get is you will get a $50. This is a 50-cent piece. In fact, this works with every one of these coins. If you just give a little squeeze and a snap, you will find that this too becomes another $50. I like that so much, I'll do it again. All you have to do is just rub. If you rub, just like so, this too is a $50. And in fact, I like that last thing so much, let's try that again. All you have to do is just rub like so. This doesn't last very long though. You see, if you rub one more time, this changes back into a clear coin. And if you shake, these all go back to being just clear coins.
I think that is awesome. There's so many points of magic in that routine. Really visual moments, and then the fact at the end, I love the end bit where you change it. I need to change it back to drop it in. For them all then to change. I mean, wild coin is a great routine in its own right. Anyway, one of the things I was thinking of with this as well. Sometimes when you're doing coin magic, and I've had it happen to me before when I've done like a copper silver routine, for example. Sometimes, even though to us you might think, oh, here's a penny and here's a $50, or here's whatever coin and whatever coin that are two different colours. Sometimes to a layperson, especially if you've got a coin that, if it's an old English penny, isn't really tarnished and still quite bright, to a layperson they realise that there's a difference, but they don't automatically see the visual difference. They see it automatically here because they're clear discs. You know, they see it automatically. They are clear discs. They can see right through them. They know that they're not tricked. And not that I'm thinking that every layperson think that we use trick coins, but I certainly think that they're aware that there's a possibility that we could have them. Sure.
I think
there's a real moment in this as well, if you were to hand one to them, where they kind of go like this, and then the second later you turn it into a real coin. Very visual. And I will say with this, that is just one of the few routines that you get on here. You also get a jumbo disc in there. Brilliant thing you could do is what was the original Tom Mullica Sight Savers? Sight Savers, I think it was called, with the contact lens. Some great. Well, you'll see me perform the thing with the contact lens on there anyway. But you know, why not do a coin to cross, and then at the end they all change. They all become clear. You know, Michael Vincent on the Classic Magic, I think, does his Chinese connection where they turn to Chinese, have them turn to clear discs. I use one of these as well, just as the offbeat effect when I take my glasses off and I knock it here. I can't remember where I saw that. But it's as if when you take your glasses off, it's as if the lens falls out and then you throw it back in, put them back on. Although they're supposed to be coins, you can actually use them and get away with other stuff with them. And the jumbo coin in there is a clear jumbo, which is lovely if you're, if you do your jumbo production at the end, and then you can get a lovely change. Yeah. Or you just use these, and then at the end you do a jumbo one. You don't really need to justify it.
Yeah. Well, here's just one quick idea that I just sitting there thinking now. The ice productions are currently popular. Produce a block of ice, and everything's sort of like ice related. So why not have the coins that you're using for one of your routines turn clear as if they turn to ice? Why not have a jumbo coin turn clear as if it's turning to ice? So you have this common thread. But I think they're great because they're different. I think that's the thing behind it.
100%. So that is Ice Coins by Chris Congreve. Right, competition time. So I think it was a couple weeks back we set the competition, which was Sincerely Drab Spiders Crash. Sincerely Drab Spiders Crash. Which, if you break that up, gives us
Priceless by Richard Sanders.
Okay, Priceless by Richard Sanders. So that is what was in the box last week, and the lucky winner, it was Simon Bowden. So congratulations to you, Simon. Well done. You are now the proud owner of a Priceless by Richard Sanders. All you have to do, call into the shop or send us an email in with your details, and we will get that out to you. So congratulations to Simon. And on to this week's competition. Yeah. We're going to put a new product in here.
Yes.
And this week's competition, it's along the same things. All you have to do is give us the trick and the artist, right?
Yeah.
So the creator and the trick. And this week, Andy?
BD Antics Enjoy Yank.
BD Antics Enjoy Yank. I don't know whether I would call this a difficult one or...
medium. I think medium.
Medium, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so BD Artists Enjoy Yank. That is this week's competition. If you can break that up to give you the name of the trick and the artist of the trick, the creator of the trick, then you could win next week. All you have to do is send in your answers to sales@alakazam.co.uk with the title competition entry. Do not Facebook us, do not personal message us or text us, because chances are it won't end up getting back to here. So make sure that you email in sales@alakazam.co.uk with the title of competition entry. So, one last time, BD Antics Enjoy Yank. What could it be? Right, we're already on the last trick. So I've really enjoyed having you with me, Andy.
Thank you, mate.
It's great to put a face to a name. I'm sure people have spoken to you on the phone or emailed you many times, so it's great for them to see you're a working magician as well, and you're out there all the time doing gigs. So this is Andy.
And on the back of what you were saying earlier on, if you ever want to contact us and ask us questions about anything, we're here. We're open Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, and on Saturdays 10 till 2. Yeah. So we're always accessible. Between the three of us, we can answer most questions.
Yeah.
And if we can't, then we find out about it. So we're always at the end of the phone or on an email or message. For anything you need to ask.
And we love the challenge every now and then. We get some very cool questions sometimes. Yeah. But let's go on to the last trick. So the last one we're going to look at today, we've had some more of these in now, and it's such a versatile gimmick, I suppose you could call it. Yeah. This is Dual Control Revisited. It's with Michael Vincent, and he's got Alan Allen's routines on here as well. Yeah. So let's take first off a look at one of the performances that you can do with this gimmick. Andrew,
Dave,
we're going to tread on a fine line between science and magic. Oh, I know, I'm going to show you something. I've got a few cards here from the deck. I just want you to have a look for the cards. You can mix them if you want, but the cards really aren't that important. It's what I'm going to do with them that is. Yeah?
Yeah.
So pass me any one of the cards. Yeah? I'm going to place this underneath my hand here like this. Now this is science. If I am to get a certain amount of static electricity, I can cause the card to stick to my hand. Okay.
Very good.
Now that's science.
Yeah.
If I was to be able to freeze this moment, just about here, some would say that could be quite magical.
That looked magical to me.
Yeah, but it is just a card which you examined.
Yeah.
So let's try this with more than one of the cards. So look, if I could take another one. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Another one. Perfect. And one more. And if I can do this with more than just a couple cards, it should look a little bit like this. And this should get you to question whether it's science or magic. And the best bit about this, I'm in control, watch. And you can check everything out.
It's fantastic. That is fantastic.
And that is one of the routines with dual control. That's one of the things with dual control, and I love this gimmick. On here there's some incredible routines. There's a really lovely rising card where they examine all the cards before the cards are placed into the box. They examine, the card rises out that they chose, and then they examine all the cards after. It doesn't really get more fair than that in a rising card situation.
Yeah.
There's also an incredible handling that Michael does with chopsticks. Now it's the old gag that you do where you can rub the chopstick and you hold it like this, and then you show that you're holding it with your finger, and then you release this hand and the chopsticks stay there.
Yeah.
Then you grab another one and you pop it on this side of the fingers, and it sticks, and you can show your hand both sides. And then he does this really cool thing where he pulls one out and then clicks, and this one rolls round his hand, and he hands them both out, and you're left clean.
Yeah, lovely. I think we're all in agreement that Michael handles stuff beautifully anyway.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I was watching the Classic Magic on Michael Vincent a few days back, and in his cups and balls routine, he uses this with the wand. He does the thing with the
Yes.
finger. And when he shows this bit to the audience, I mean, even that bit, they sort of like, oh, right, okay. And then he takes the hand away, and then he splays the fingers out like this, and the wand's still there, and he moves it around. And you can hear them gasp at that moment.
Yeah.
And even though you don't see a shot of the audience, I remember being there on the night and remember the audience, lots of people going, what?
Yeah.
I
remember seeing that. It's uncanny you say that, because I actually watched that the other day as well, because a very young chubby version of myself is in the audience to the left hand side, and I remember my jaw hitting the floor watching Michael do his magic. Michael Vincent's magic is just superb, and when he did that, the moment he opened his fingers, because I thought I was with him up to that point, and he opened his fingers and then he does that.
Yeah.
I was blown.
But it's a good illustration of those moments in magic that aren't necessarily magic effects, possibly what people call magic asides, where you do things like that and people go, what?
Yeah.
You know, it's like the cut through cup and the cups and balls routine. It's a kind of magical aside.
Yeah. And the one through as
and
well.
The one through.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it starts off as a gag so everybody relaxes, and then boom, you hit them with a really quite strong magic effect. And that's why I think it had that sort of reaction on people that night.
Yeah, and even the routine I just did to you earlier, that's a lovely, lovely trick to go into. And the great thing is you can use any deck of cards with that.
Yeah.
You get supplied the DVD, which is going to teach you how to construct the gimmick to suit you. So you personalise the gimmick, you get the gimmick inside as well, and a DVD which is going to break down the rising card, the chopsticks, what you saw me do, the static. It's a really great product and a really good price, so I can't really recommend this more. I'm really glad it's back in, and that is Dual Control Revisited. That brings us towards the end of this week's Alakazam vlog. Thank you so much again for joining us, Andy. Anything more to add?
No.
Okay, nope. Peter normally does at this point, so that's quite good. Just here, subscribe guys. We really appreciate all your support. If you subscribe, you get the videos straight away as they're released. So thank you so much for all your support, and we will see you next week on the Alakazam Video Blog.